Today we're gonna tackle one of the most misunderstood, misused, misquoted, everything words when it comes to cars and engines. The word Sungaw. This is endemic actually just to the Philippines. No other country has this term. And yes, miss everything once again. If you want to look at actually the definition of Sungaw, according to Google, sa Tagalog Dictionary, definition ng Sungaw is to peep, tumingin. Dungaw, sungaw, as in susungaw ako dyan, titingin ako dyan. For some unknown reason, why it has evolved into something that basically describes pangit na exhaust, mahina yung exhaust, pangit yung tunog na exhaust, I have no idea. But just to show you what I mean is, once again, a quick Google search will turn up something like this. This is in a motorcycle forums. I said it before, I keep saying it again. You ask 10 different people, you'll get 12 different answers on what Sungaw means. And just a quick perusing here, initial topic ask, napakadaming sasabi nito sa forum. Ano ba talaga meaning nito? Mas maganda i-explain dahil may link pa. Then, first guy answered, stock engine with loud pipe? Parang supot? Stock na engine kinabitan ng open kalkal pipe tapos nilagyan ng matigas na clutch spring. Magaan na bola at matigas na center spring. Okay? Logically, pag sinabi ni Sungaw, maraming power pero hindi mo nakukuha ang gusto mo takbo or underpower ang makina mo. Tunog 120. Rider na mahilig kumera ng kalsada na hindi inisip ang gap ng displacement ng motor na kinakarera niya versus motor niya. Malakas na setup at mabilis ang motor pero hindi kayang handle. Certified Sungaw. That's just an example of how absurd this term is, and I hate using this term as much as possible. Let's not use it anymore. But from what I've been hearing, the general consensus is that Sungaw means you have an engine, you change your exhaust pipe, then you lose power. Actually, what you're losing is actually torque, not power. Those things are two very different things. Power and torque are two sides of the same coin. We will link another video later to show you the difference between torque and power in the most simplest layman terms that I can do. But for the purposes of this video, Sungaw simply means na nagpalaki ka ng exhaust or naglagay ka ng exhaust, nagmodify ka ng exhaust, tapos humina yung kotse. That's as simple as I can make it, guys. So, in simplest terms, if you do have an exhaust that you feel that is Sungaw, which you will most probably do, you take your car into a shop, you have an exhaust made, you drive out, you will immediately feel if there is a gain or a loss. Psychologically, of course, there's something also to do with it, the sound. People equate sound with more power and all that. But you will feel it, and then over the course of you driving in a few days, parang may mali ah. You tend to step on the gas a little bit more. Car doesn't accelerate as fast as you want. The response is slightly lost. That's pretty much Sungaw. And what I really don't get is, why do you pay money to have somebody make your car slower? Because a properly designed exhaust should make power on its own, not lose power. Gumastos ka para humina yung kotse. That itself is kalokohan. Let's just be honest about it. And most people tend to not be honest about it on their own. Because let's go back to the parable, or actually the fairy tale story of the emperor has no clothes. Nobody wants to admit that they actually made a wrong decision, spent this money for something that makes their car slower. Nobody will admit that. Until that they come to me and they tell me the same story, which I've heard over and over again. I went to this exhaust shop, that exhaust shop, lumakas sa gas, humina, then we put it on the dyno, and then finally they see for themselves numerically there is loss of torque, loss of power at the low end, which also results in mas malakas konsumo sa gas, because unconsciously you tend to step on the pedal more to get the same feeling that you had before you modified your exhaust. So that's my take on what the word Sungaw is. The more proper term is wrongly modified exhaust. And as a favor, guys, let's just stick to that term from now on.